Eli Stone premiered in 2008 on ABC with a premise that felt genuinely different. It followed a high powered attorney played by Jonny Lee Miller who begins experiencing visions that may be spiritual, neurological, or something in between. Those visions push him to rethink his career, his values, and the kind of impact he wants to have on the world. Critically, the show was well received. Reviewers praised its originality, heart, and willingness to blend legal drama with spirituality, music, and philosophical questions. It even won a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical Television Series for Miller. On paper, Eli Stone looked like a success, but television success depends on more than quality. The biggest issue facing Eli Stone was timing and placement. It launched during a period when broadcast networks were becoming increasingly ratings driven and risk averse. The show's tone was gentle, introspective, and unconventional at a time when audiences were gravitating toward louder, more procedural storytelling. It didn't fit neatly into a category. Ratings were modest from the start. Not disastrous, but not strong enough to justify its ambitious production costs. The show also struggled with scheduling. It was moved around ABC's lineup, which made it harder to build a consistent audience. Viewers who connected with the show often didn't know when or where to find it week to week. There was also the issue of expectation. Despite its legal setting, Eli Stone wasn't a traditional courtroom drama. People tuning in for a standard legal procedural sometimes felt confused by musical numbers, spiritual visions, and surreal moments. Meanwhile, viewers who appreciated those elements didn't always discover the show in the first place. Behind the scenes, the show faced additional challenges. The 2007 to 2008 writers' strike disrupted television production across the industry, and Eli Stone was not immune. Storylines were compressed, momentum was lost, and the already fragile connection with viewers became harder to sustain. ABC renewed the series for a second season, but it was shortened, another sign that the network was uncertain about its long term prospects. Ratings declined further, and despite a passionate fan base, the numbers simply didn't support continuation in the broadcast environment of that era. In 2009, ABC canceled Eli Stone after 2 seasons. What's interesting is how the show has aged. In hindsight, Eli Stone feels like a series that arrived too early. Its blend of emotional storytelling, spiritual questioning, and genre bending elements would likely find a more natural home on streaming platforms today, where niche audiences can sustain thoughtful, unconventional shows without needing massive live ratings. The show also explored themes that have only become more relevant over time: burnout, moral compromise, searching for meaning in work, the tension between success and purpose. Those ideas resonate strongly now, especially with audiences reevaluating career, faith, and identity. That's why Eli Stone is often remembered fondly, despite its short run. It wasn't canceled because it failed creatively. It was canceled because it didn't fit the rigid structure of network television at that moment. In many ways, Eli Stone became a quiet example of a show that prioritized heart over formulas. And while that approach limited its lifespan on broadcast TV, it's also the reason people still ask about it years later. Some shows disappear, others linger. Eli Stone lingers because it tried to say something meaningful, even when the television landscape wasn't quite ready to listen.